What's up, YouTube? This is Strobe Light back again with another aquarium update, and I'm just gonna show you guys what happened after I tried to play doctor the past 4 days. So, unfortunately, my final guppy did pass away. She started developing I came to the conclusion that it was a columnaris infection, so it started developing on her caudal fin and started eating away at her caudal fin. And to treat it, first I started with aquarium salt and also adding in Pimafix to the side, just because I wanted to try to keep things natural. So Pimafix I think is tea tree oil, and then salt is salt. It's just refined, so there's no impurities in it that could hurt your fish. But I think I should have started using the strong stuff a couple days before, just because it might have saved her. But what I was using was this. It's just a antibiotic. Yeah, that's the word. I can still speak English, guys. Don't worry. It's just an antibiotic, and you just open. It comes in 10 packets, and you just open it and sprinkle it into your aquarium. And I did notice that it was working on her and starting to kill the bacteria on her caudal fin, but I think I got to it too late. I think the stress just killed her. So she survived for another 4 days, which is a lot longer than other fish that have came down with this infection. So that, I guess that's a positive side of looking at it, but just that's like the second round of guppies that have gone through this tank and have passed away. And maybe this tank is just cursed or something, I'm not sure. Maybe I just suck at taking care of fish. But it's a learning process, and I think I've found a step that could help in the future. I'm just thankful these guys are still alive, and these guys are actually starting to grow on me. So they're probably the best 28 cents I've spent in my life. Just think they could have been feeder fish for some other fish, but I had to go save their life. But they're doing well. The big one has gotten a lot bigger than what it was, and the small one hasn't really grown any. Its fins have filled out more. But if you notice in a lot of schooling fish, there's always going to be a dominant fish, and it's always going to be bigger than the other ones, and it kind of puts a restraint on the size growth of the other fish, which is probably what's happening here. Or this one just eats a lot more than the other one, and because it's a pig. But that's the update on this tank. I'm just going to keep chugging along from here. Maybe I'll figure out something. If I really wanted to fix the issue, I would have to disinfect this whole tank. So take all the water out, take the fish out, disinfect the gravel, disinfect the filter, scrub out the tank, all that jazz. And I don't have the time for that right now. Maybe one day I can get around to it. But everyone's fine. The snails survived it all. The pleco survived it. The pleco's doing really well now. He's up and moving and active. The snails, you might be wondering, why did I put salt in the tank with the snails? Because snails don't really like salt. Well, I think it's because neorites can be brackish water snails. I heard somewhere they breed in brackish water, and that's where their eggs hatch. So they can tolerate a little bit of salt. I mean, I don't know about like a full freshwater aquarium because that's a lot of salt, but a little bit of aquarium salt in here won't hurt them. And my little gravel snails are fine. I figured they would take a hit from the salt, but they're still chugging along, burrowing through the gravel. But that's the update on this tank. Unfortunately, I failed at being a doctor, but I did not learn anything from it, so that's good. I did learn that there are some things out there that actually work and help out with this instead of just doing a water change and hoping it goes away. So there's that. Quick tip about disinfecting tools you use in your tank that might have a bacterial infection is boil it. So anything, if you think it can be boiled without melting, yes, I say boiled because I am Southern. It sounds like oil. Boiled. There we go. Boiled. So I did that with my net. I just let it sit in the water for about 2 minutes while it was boiling, and hopefully that disinfected it. I'm going to let it air dry before I put it in a tank again. And I just did that in case I have to get fish out for some reason, and I don't want him getting any columnaris, because that would stink, because he's my boy. I don't want to get rid of him right now. But yep, that's the update on this tank. Fish is doing well. He's still up here trying to make a bubble nest for some reason. There's no ladies around, man. What are you doing? He stares at my whiskey back there a lot. But I've got this sponge filter in here for right now because I just did do a water change and there's a lot of stuff stirred up in the water. So I'm going to just put this in here to help take things out. Everyone is fine. My Java frame back there doesn't look too well. But everyone's fine in this tank. He doesn't really like the disturbance in the water because he's a prince and wants his water the right way. But he can deal with it for right now. And the bubbles also create surface agitation, so it's always good for a tank. But doing well in here. Everyone's doing well. I accidentally put the sponge filter on top of that leaf. That's what it's been over. But yeah, that's my update on playing doctor for my fish. Unfortunately, I probably would have failed med school. But hey, it's a learning process, and hopefully I'll get it down one day. I just hate having to lose fish over and over again. But we'll get there. And as always, if you have any questions for me, please leave them down in the comments, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful day. Oh, happy Easter, by the way. If you don't celebrate that, then happy Sunday. Just one day closer to Monday, our favorite day in the week. But I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.